What's happening? Jonathan Dunkerley here. You can call me Dunk. And today we're going to go over how I've been generating short form content that is making me not only leads as well as affiliate recurring. I can't even speak. Is making me getting me leads as well as recurring affiliate commissions. And I've been using an AI tool to help me generate them, and they're actually working. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm making these videos. All right, and let me just share out this live into my school community. If you want to jump into the school community, I'll just bring it up on screen right now. This is the URL. Come and jump and hang out. And if you have any questions, that's the place to come and ask me. Or you can ask on these lives. But if I'm not live, then you can't ask me on a live, See how that works? Come to my school community, school.com/wealth on autopilot. It's completely free. Come and hang out with me. Can't wait to see you in there. Well, still in my attic. I went to my family's house for Thanksgiving and I never went home. One of the things about not actually having a normal job, you could just kind of just not go home because you don't feel like it. It's kind of weird, but I had to figure out how to get everything to work. Okay, so let me just bring this up and share it out into the community. Share my screen. 1 second. All right. There's always too many tabs. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, if you want to ask me any questions, jump into the school. And I will share this right here. Oh, no, I don't like that one. I don't like that. I like this one better. Okay, so I'm just going to share this. There we go. Just post this there. Let everybody know that we're live. Awesome. Okay. Drop that in there. And I just discovered this cat thing in the school. I'm not going to play it because it's going to make sound. I think it's copyright and it's going to do stuff, but it's fun. Like here, it's got the. I was just playing through my computer. But you could hear it. It's funny. Okay. All right, let's get to it. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you how I've been making these shorts, and I've been doing them all within one tool, and that tool that I'm using is called Descript. And if you don't know what Descript is, it's my favorite editing tool, and I've used a lot of different editing tools. But if you do want to follow along, grab it at easyaiedits.com. But I'm going to show you exactly how I'm making these shorts, just like this, things that have viral clips in them, and it's all generated with AI or stock footage. And you could do this all within Descript. I do use ChatGPT, in all honesty. I like the output that I get from there, but in my flow. But you don't need to use it. You could all do it in Descript. But if you want to use ChatGPT, I just use that still to help me write the script. But everything else is done within Descript. 1 second, let me make sure that I can see everything. There we go. Sorry, just me. I have one screen. I usually have 2 screens at home where I have my the YouTube page, but today I don't. So I'm at home. I'm at my family's house. So actually, let me just double check the audio. Just gonna double check. I always get a little paranoid that I'm not streaming the sound, because there has been times where I've streamed the whole time. There we go. Okay, it is. It's good. We're good. Awesome. Cool. All right. Sorry about the wait. Oh, that's not even the right. It's not even the right video. Never mind. Got to refresh the page. There we are. It's all good. Okay, it's working. Perfect. All right, enough of that. Let's get to work. Let's create some content. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. Cool. Just actually give you guys a pinned link if you'd like to follow along when I talk about things. There we go. Okay, I pinned a link in the chat. If you do want to follow along and see some of the things that I am working on, you can grab it there. And also, if you do want to grab my checklist, which let me just, again, I'm on the wrong tab. Okay, if you do want to grab my checklist, which is basically a step-by-step of how I'm actually making money generating content with AI, everything from starting with your funnel to getting ideas for your content, which right now, by the way, if you don't know, there is an insane promotion for Spotter Studio. Even if you don't keep it, it's kind of, I don't even know how that, I think that they're just trying to off-put a bunch of their marketing dollars at the end of the year, but they have like a $25,000 giveaway that they're giving away to just people that are using the tool. So if you did want to go give that a try, go grab that. You do need to sign up for a trial. It's a 60-day trial. It's free for 60 days, but every single time that you create a different project within Spotter, it's going to submit you another entry to earn that 25,000. It's actually somebody's going to win 20, and then there's 5 people that are winning 5. So I mean, it's free, and just go, and it's an amazing tool that's actually helped me find like video topics and things like that are a lot more viral, and that actually are getting me clicks, that are getting me views, which again, that's not what I'm after. I'm not after just the clicks and the views. I'm after getting people to watch the video that go into my funnel, which is again what I'm talking about on this checklist. But again, go grab the trial, and if you don't want it after 60 days, so make sure you cancel. But every single time, I think that they're doing it until the end of the year. So you can just keep on making projects, and every single one that you do is going to be another entry into that contest, and you could potentially win 25 or 20,000 and 1,000. So it's a 20,000 and 1 and 1 and 1. So I mean, it's worth it. So I love this tool already. I've just started using it, and it's like it's like been a game changer for my content. So as far as getting it to take off. So wanted to share that. But if you do come to the checklist, you can go to aiprofitchecklist.com. It is pinned in the chat right now, and you can grab that, and it's going to send you this Google Sheet. Just make sure that you come here and make a copy when you do it, because you're not going to be able to edit it. And then you're going to be able to come here and come to the checklist. And like, if you do something, okay, you set up, go high level, you can mark it as done. Or if you're like, I got to get back to that, you can mark it as not done. Or I could just, I don't want it to be on that one, because that's the template that you guys are going to copy. And I'm going to constantly be updating this. And as I create additional videos, some of them I've made myself, some of them are other people, I'm just going to be making tutorials or finding tutorials that are going to help you just follow the same exact process that I'm following, because I'm learning this from other people as well. But I'm putting my own little secret sauce and my own little flair to it. So a lot of these tools I talked about replicate, which clones your face onto images. And then you could also go to something like Gen 3 and take the images that replicate generates and put yourself into videos where you're actually in the video, your face. Or you could even do that with HeyGen as well, and just clone your face into an AI avatar. But the tool that we're going to be talking about today, so we have this ChatGPT. We're going to use ChatGPT as well as Descript. And Descript is the tool that I am editing with all the time. And if you want to go follow along, just grab it from the link that I have right there. It's easyaiedits.com. And you can go grab a trial and follow along. But I'm going to show you exactly how I'm making these videos. So I think that a lot of people, they'll just go like, oh, you definitely go do this. And then they'll imply that you could do that. And, it's not always, I got a comment, 1 second. Oop. Oh, that's me. Like, who commented? I commented. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. But what I do with Descript, and I'm just going to bring up the tab right here so you could see, you could either use Descript, just so you know, you could have a desktop app. But one thing that I really love about Descript is it whenever you put footage into it, and we didn't even really put any footage in this, so that's not really even the case for this. But when you put footage into Descript, like say you have 4K footage and you have an older computer that's getting tired, it will actually take the footage and it will upload it into the cloud. It's part of the membership. I pay $35 a month. I'll be transparent. It's not much for a tool that I get this much value out of. But you could upload it here, and it puts it in the cloud, and then it will download a lower res version. And then when you're ready to export, all you do is you just download it, and it will actually download it from the cloud to your computer. But it's rendering everything. It's not using processing power. I love it. It's one of my favorite tools. I can't stress enough how much this is my favorite editing tool. And I've been editing since like the late 90s with the first versions of Final Cut and before Final Cut was a thing, and Premiere and all that fun stuff, Avid. But what I'm doing today is I have a couple that I have in this project. I'll just show you. I'm creating these shorts, And I created every single element in this short came from Descript, every single one. And every single one has a strategic point of monetization that I put into the video. So you could go and create these as well with like AI. You could use things like Pictory, all of these different tools to just automatically do it. I'm going to show you how to do it manually, but if you want, you could do things automatically. You're going to have a little lower quality if you do it manually or automatically. That's just the way it is. You know, if you automatically do it, you're going to be able to, you're going to have more outputs quicker, which is, you know, if you're looking for leads, that could be all that you need. Maybe that's all you want. Maybe this isn't right. And you just want to just have it automatically made for you and you post and you're getting your lead. But if you want to do it manually, you could use different tools, and like Descript is my favorite one to do it with. Uh, so what I do is I have first a link that I send them to. So a list, they call them listicles. You send people to, you list a couple tools that you want to talk about. Or if you're doing a different niche, I understand that maybe you're not promoting AI. Maybe it's a completely different niche. Whatever your niche is, you will get a URL. I got this one from Namecheap. You pick whatever you want. Doesn't matter where you got it from. But you go to Namecheap or GoDaddy or wherever, you grab your domain. I personally send them through Cloudflare, and I do have a video on this channel. I could, you know, jump into my school if you're curious about that, and I will pin a link or something like that. But go into the school and ask me about the Cloudflare video, or just search this channel. It's on here. And you could just send a link through Cloudflare. It just protects it a little bit better. And then I sent this, then from there, I send the domain for this one to my landing page or to the provider, which I use High Level for that. And now, which again, you can go grab High Level right here. It's the first one on the checklist. I told you like everything that you will need is on this checklist. And then, oh, wrong tab. And then I have the next one was Easy AI Edits. I don't know if we remember what that one is. I'm talking about Descript. I mentioned a URL. So what I do with that is, again, I go to something like Namecheap. You use whatever you want. I create a domain. And now, even if people don't, you know, use this domain, it's something that I could promote, and some people will use it. Not as many. I'd rather people get into my email sequence, but in this case, I'm gonna be able to promote this, and some people may click on it, and I might get some recurring affiliates. So, Easy AI Edits, Descript, and they offer me 24 months of recurring affiliate commission. So if that person stays subscribed to Descript for 24 months, that means I don't just get a percentage of their first payment. I get a percentage of their first 24 payments. And now personally, I like the ones that are forever. Like if you do promote Go High Level, for instance, if that's the one, or Go High Level, and for High Level, I think they always market like Go High Level and High Level. What is it? Pick what you're going to market it as. But if you go with that, they actually have a 40% lifetime recurring, and they also have a secondary tier as well for like 5%. But that's if like you signed up for me and you became a promoter, and then I would potentially get something. And same thing with anybody that you refer. It's not like an MLM; it just ends there. But it's just a second tier of affiliates. But those types of things would would actually be very beneficial to have, because they're recurring and they never have an end. Well, Descript obviously does. And again, now we'll go back here. And then now I mentioned Replicate. This is not an affiliate program, but I do want people to know about Replicate. So I just share that. If you don't want to do affiliates for these, you just want to do a landing page, power to you. Help people share. And one of those links, some people will go to your landing page, and some people will give you the name and email address. And I'll be honest, if you go to this URL, so if I grab this URL right here and I opened up a new tab, I paste it here, it's just going to go to my landing page. This is my landing page. And if you click here, you give me your name and email, and you'll be added into my email sequence. And in that email sequence, the first email that you get, so make sure you go and check the email, I will send you this Google Sheet. You don't have to overthink what the actual thing is, what you're like, can I do this? Am I good enough to do that? But no, just, or is this good enough? Yeah, just a Google Sheet. Go make a Google Sheet. I guarantee you, unless I can't guarantee everything, but you could probably go get a free Google account. Like, maybe I'm crazy, I am crazy. That's a trick question. But you definitely can go get a free Google account and create create that. So, all right, let's get to it. I'm rambling now. So, so you can go get that, get the free Google account, and go and save a checklist. And again, if you're in a different niche, take this template, take what it is, swap out things that are relevant to your niche and offers that are relevant to your niche, and give somebody a way to get a quick win. If you follow these steps, you go and grab high level, or maybe you already have an email autoresponder. You don't need to do high level. Go use whatever you got. Spotter's going to help you find stuff because I say video. That's video, live video, especially like we're doing right now. It works very well. And then ChatGPT. If you don't have that yet, it's free. And there's a $20 version, and they just released a $200 version, which has a lot of like the video stuff and extra generations. And most people are saying it's not quite worth it yet. So free or $20 is what you really got to look at. Canva, there's a free version if you got to like modify your thumbnails and stuff like that, free. Descript if you want to edit your videos like I am, or hey, you could always just go live, but Descript is my favorite one. There's also CapCut has a free version but I find that Descript just makes things so much easier. It's worth the $35 a month for me. Then there's HeyGen. If you do want to have your face on screen and you want to clone it, you could do it with that as well as Replicate. But if you want it to be simple, you could always use HeyGen. And again, look at this. I got Easy AI Clone. That is an affiliate link for HeyGen that I could use in my videos when I do that. And even if only a few people click through, I'm highlighting that in the video and posting it not just in one place. I think that that's another thing. I'm going to get to that in just a second. And then HeyGen, HeyGen, and then Gen 3, which is AI video. Then we have Radar, where you could post onto multiple platforms. And the reason why you might want to post on multiple platforms is because you're like, no, I'm just going to post on YouTube. Cool. That's one place they could find you. Now you got TikTok. TikTok's a little bit more strict with things. They don't like marketing stuff as much. So maybe not TikTok as much, but you could try. Just I would make a new account because I'm not responsible if you get banned for something or whatever. So do your own research on that stuff. I don't even do TikTok just because for this stuff, because they're little buttheads. And then 11 Labs, which you could use that again. That's an affiliate program if you're promoting that stuff. And then there's Replicate, which I highlighted in a couple of my last couple of videos. So all of these things, and as I find things that I like, this is going to be something that's going to help you, I'm going to add it to this list. So make sure that you bookmark this if you go through that funnel, and give the email address and everything. And you can go grab this, and then I will keep on fine tuning this. And I even have a page right here with a bunch of prompts to help you reverse engineer images. So like my promotionals, like the Instagram or Facebook posts. So I'm going to make a video that is just showing you this tab. Sorry. I'm going to make a video, maybe not today, but showing you how I'm actually creating a whole bunch of Facebook pages. And then you could use those Facebook pages, and either you can go in and schedule them all manually. That takes a little bit of time, or you could use a tool like Radar in order to post it to multiple platforms at the same time. So if your time is worth it, I would go and just use a tool like Radar. You might be spending a little, I think it's a couple dollars per additional account you add. So if you have a whole bunch of Facebook pages, which you could post the same thing to a bunch of pages on Facebook. I don't know if you knew this. Facebook's okay with you posting the same thing over and over again on multiple Facebook pages. So if you control 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever Facebook pages, you could technically post this on every single one. And yeah, maybe a couple of them, go flat, you know what I mean? But some of them, even if they go flat, you have, the other pages that you've created or other platforms that you are able to promote the same video. Why are you spending time creating a video that you could promote to all of these different places? And why are you just posting it to one place? This is why. That's a big waste of your time. Why are you putting all the effort just to post it in one place? You could post in as many places as you want. Hey, Twitter, X, that's another place you could post these things. I don't really like they have a terrible video algorithm. Hey, if you're watching from there, they don't have a great algorithm. Sorry, that's why I'm streaming to YouTube as well. Fix it, Elon. Fix the video algorithm on X, and then I'll focus more on it. Come on, you promised this like a year and a half ago, and you haven't done anything. Come on, just do better. Just do better. Cool. Ooh. All right, get back to it. Look at my ADHD kicking in high gear. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we are going to create a video, a short from beginning to end, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I am going to show you like the first one. So I said, okay, write me a script for a short that will be under 60 seconds. And I know that some platforms allow longer than 60 seconds. And if you want it to be longer, great. But I think it's 2 minutes on Reels right now that allows. So you could do that if you want. I know YouTube Shorts are allowed up to 3 minutes now. Again, TikTok, I believe, is 3 minutes as well. Might be, excuse me, I'm burpy. I think it might actually be a little bit longer at this point for shorts. But I like to keep it short because my goal in the end was to get people to come to the actual AI profit checklist.com. That is the one. So again, that's the goal is to come to that URL. I keep clicking on things. 1 second. There we go. And then the second things are kind of like the bonuses. I could just share like a URL if I wanted to, just directly to a tool, or I can get the affiliate link and just get a redirect and make it all pretty. I wouldn't put a bit.ly link. That's a terrible idea. Don't use bit.ly for this. Don't use those ugly URLs. Always redirect if you are going to do it. So then I have it write me a short script. It gives me like the first draft of the script. It's okay. It's not perfect. But I go through, okay, here's the third website, blah, blah, and then I made a few little notes. I wanted it to have a seamless loop. The first one wasn't as good that I had here. I've done quite a few of these already. I'm just this is like one of the first ones that I was example. And then I said, oh, write it so it's seamless. It can seamlessly loop, and it created a better version. And of course, go in there and make a few little tweaks if you want to. It's up to you. You can go in there and like take the smallest things. But again, the more that you're spending time fine tuning this, the longer it's going to take you to make each one. So if you're just trying to bust out as many as you can, so maybe you want to do 3 shorts a day or whatever you're trying to do, then you might not have enough time to like spend a lot of time just fine tuning and going through everything. So you get your video, and then it gave me this final output, and that's the one that I ended up using. And that's the one I was showing you, AI checklist, easyaIedits.com, and then replicate.com. Then when I was ready to do another one, I wanted it to have a few different links. So there's other tools that I promote. Like there's one called Social Connector, which is a community engagement tool, which you gamify anything and reward people for anything connected to Zapier. You could reward people for. It's something I promote. And you could say, I said, I want that to be one of the tools. So I said, okay, I want it to be AI profit checklist. The second video could also, again, be Descript. I just wanted that to be the second one again. And then the third one was Social Connector. So we got Social Connector as the third one, getsocialconnector.com. Be careful whenever you use the domain or the actual name of the company in a domain. That's always something you gotta, I'm only doing it because I asked if I could, and they said it was fine. But most companies, you don't necessarily want to actually have, like I didn't do get editwithdescript.com. I did easyaIedits.com or AI Descript, whatever. I can't use the name Descript, but I can use Easy AI Edits because I own that name. That's my domain. Descript owns theirs. So now I have that second one. And if you look right here, where is it? And then another one right here, I did the same thing, and I kept on pasting it in, and we would get a final output. And look at this one right here. What I started doing was when I finally got a couple scripts that I liked, that I was getting into a flow, all what I needed to do was take the script from the script that I have like this. I could just copy it. Like this is the new one. Like this is the third one that I have on this project. I've created more, but that's one thing that I started doing. That's why I shifted over this way. If you create them, like just create new composition, it actually, as you start stacking up all your stock footage in the project, it's going to start showing it all right here, and you could reuse it because we don't want to keep on searching for like stock footage that worked again over and over again. We just keep it in the same project. So then you could take this and have it kind of spin it, but make notes on how you want it to be slightly different. So now what we could do is let's go ahead and make another script. And I think that the one change that I'm going to make in this one, again, we want them to be similar, is I'm going to have it promote Descript and HeyGen and my landing page. So those are always the landing page first because people will click off because shorts, you got to get people's attention real quick. And then the second one is going to be HeyGen or Descript. Either way, it doesn't really matter which order. I might do a HeyGen first since it's a newer one. So what I'll do is I'll just grab that entire script like this. Again, this is the most recent one. And I'm going to go back over to ChatGPT. Paste that in real quick. For some reason, whenever I do this, it puts these pins. I'm just going to delete them because I'm OCD like that. I find that if you leave that kind of stuff in, it gets confused and regenerates it with that stuff in the next output, and I don't want that. But there we go. And now I'm going to hit back. There we go. And now I'm going to hit back. And yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily going to have that stuff. Sorry about that. There we go. And if you like this kind of video where I'm actually showing you what I'm doing, let me know in the comments. Just give me like a yes in the comments. Let me know. Even if it's a replay, let me know so I know to make more videos like this. Okay, so then we've done that. So now great. I'm just going to grab this part that I have here again. And I'm just, because I've already figured it out. So you can see, great, now let's make another one in the same format. We need that loopable ability like the last one. Below is the final script for that was good. So, and now go back to the top. I'm going to paste that in again. By the way, like shift, enter, or return is how you like do it without triggering the generation. So write a similar script. The three things that we will go over will be the first, again, will be AI profit checklist.com. Second will be AI. Oh, actually, I already did that one with HeyGen. Is there another one I want to do just so we have a variation? There we go. Oh, why am I'm always on the wrong tab. I'm always on the wrong tab here. So, one second. Let me find the best one for it. All right. Sorry about that. Why don't we do it this way? So you just need to have different links. Again, I had the one that had replicate. Why don't we do replicate in this one, but it will be HeyGen and replicate since they actually serve a similar purpose. So we will go back over here and back to our ChatGPT, and I'll remove, and the third, oops, here, so we can see better. You can go full screen like that. Draft, refine, spot. Okay, not right now. Gosh, I don't have time for this. Show me later. Got it. Okay, so now I can just make these modifications. Just make this tweaks. Sorry, let me not speak for 1 second so I could do this. It's hard for me to talk and work on this at the same time. Okay, let me just make this a little clearer. And let's just take this, make right third here. And then I will take this one and I'm going to move this here. replicate.com. Just because that's one thing I talk a lot about. .com. And then this. I'm just going to put back. And then if you want to give it any information about it, you might need to give it fresh because I've already done replicate, but I'm just saying. So reference what we talked about before. You know how to know what replicate.com. And how I use it. So there we go. So this is pretty much good enough for now. Like I'm going to hit the enter button. Let's see what it gives us. Again, I want the loops, everything, blah, blah, blah. It's good. It's, great. Let's see what it gives us. Hit enter. Hit. Oh, I hit it over here. Come on, ChatGPT. All these 12 days of OpenAI they're nice, but they're changing all the things that I've already got figured out. So now we can go look at this. Now you can just read through this and make sure that it flows. These 3 AI tools could help you stack up 500. Let's make the now I don't want to say. I'll just say maybe say $100 and still loop. I mean, that you can do it on either of those. It's just the marketing behind it. Like you need to have variety. You don't want everything to say the same exact thing. So these 3 AI tools could help you make $100 a day on autopilot. Let me just double check. With almost no effort. Autopilot's different, so it's a little different. Here's how. First up, AIprofitchecklist.com, your free step-by-step guide to start earning passive income with AI, even if you're starting from zero. Again, that's my landing page. That's a lead capture. That's how you actually start capturing people's information in order to start monetizing it. Next, replicate.com. This tool lets you create AI-generated images and videos of yourself that work for you 24/7. Imagine a digital version of yourself making money while you relax. That's good. Okay. And then the third one, easyAAclone.com. Again, that's to HeyGen. Turn yourself into an AI powered avatar that produces video automatically, scaling and your content income without extra effort. Want even more AI tools to grow your income? Drop AI. And the reason why I say drop AI is because it could be anything. You drop the word yes, and people will type yes. It will help trigger the algorithm to show this content to more people. And what I do is when I see that on YouTube, unfortunately, there's not a lot of automation that you could do with this, but you could drop the link to your landing page again with a copy and paste message that you could put there. And that's, again, something, or you could also just assume that they're going to go to the link eventually. But if you you can post the link. But again, you're creating more work for yourself. If you do those things on platforms like Facebook or Instagram, you can automate it with things like ManyChat. And then because these 3 AI tools can help you make $100 a day on autopilot. So because these 3 AI tools could help you make $100 on autopilot, these 3 AI tools, the loop didn't really work out very well. So I'm just like, is weak. It needs to be fluid. I'm such a jerk to AI. The lop. I gotta make. I'm saying I'm being a jerk, and then I misspell loop. Such a simple word. There we go. There you go. These three AI tools can help you. So let's have it. Because these three AI tools can help you. So it this is the hardest part, in all honesty. You don't have to do the loop thing, but I like to have it loop seamlessly. Mm-hmm. Last example I gave you. Again, I'm just being picky right now. And I'm sure that you've seen people that do that, like, and that's why you need to, or, and that's why everybody's wondering what are the five, it's a strategy and it works. And that way people might start watching your video kind of more loopy. So these three AI tools will make you $100 a day. Blah, blah. So let's see how it's with tools like these, stacking $100 is easier. Even there you go. Let's see if this with tools like these, stacking $100 a day is easier than ever. Okay. And that's why you need to know about. There you go. So goes to about right here. These three. So there you go. So that's why you need. It's something as simple as that, and that's why you need to know about these three AI tools that can help you make. There you go. It will loop that way. Dope. I like it. Okay, I'm happy with this. Okay, now we're gonna take this script, and you could use whatever you want. Again, I like using Descript because it's just gonna make my life easier. So I'm gonna create a new composition. If you're starting from scratch, make a composition. Make sure that it is portrait, which says Instagram or TikTok, but it's also YouTube Shorts. It's all the same. Do. All right. Go. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste all of these things real quick. And again, if you want to do this more automatic, this does take a little bit extra time to do it this way. But you could do it this way until you could afford to hire it out or use other people to do these tasks for you, or however you want to do it. So I could just copy this all because there's not any spaces. And that's why you need to know about there to there to there. So now I come back over here. I'm gonna click on this thing that says write AI speech. And I'm just gonna paste that sucker all in right there. Now you have the whole entire script here. What I've been doing, because the way that Descript works, if you've ever edited something before with a traditional editor, let me take a little quick sip of water. You have the timeline, but with Descript, you have a combination of the timeline as well as kind of the transcript on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a slash of a forward slash anywhere that I foresee there's going to be a cut or where I want another piece of footage to come in. So I'm just going to read through this. These AI tools help you make $100 a day without lifting a finger. I'm going to hit a slash there. That's going to be the part. And then I'm going to say, okay, first up, AIprofitchecklist.com. Now, if ever a URL doesn't sound right with AI voices, I've found that sometimes it's not right. It's as much as you try for, like, if you write everything in bold in capitals, usually it helps. But what I do is I just say AI. I'm just gonna actually write it out with kinetically, AI profit checklist, and then I add .com, and also punctuations like exclamation points and things like that make it a difference to the way that the AI voice is going to actually say it. So now I got that, and then I got that, and then it's a free step-by-step guide to earning passive income with AI. And now I like it to be a little bit more punchy with the voice, depending on the voice that you're trying. Capital there. And I'm actually going to add an extra slash there because I think that could be a good spot to have. I like it. I like fast edits, but maybe you just want a couple of them and you want like 3-4 videos and just a quick script. You don't have to go into it as hard as this, but there you go. Next, replicate.com. Put another slash. This tool creates AI generated images and videos. So it doesn't create videos. So it's 4 videos. I'm gonna say that the word 4 instead of and. Images for videos of you that run 24/7, growing your brand while you sleep. And then I'll put another slash there. And third, easyaiclone.com. Dot. Oh, and with replicate, I could always just add in the dot instead of having a dot. It may come out fine, but by doing that, you will need to make a little tweak on that with the transcript later. Obviously, you don't want it to look like that on the transcript or the closed caption, but that will actually make it sound right. So build AI avatar that creates video on autopilot. I don't like how AI always writes these little dashes. Autopilot, scaling your content and income effortlessly. Okay. There we go. With tools like these, stacking $100 a day is easier than ever. Exclamation point again. And then do one more slash. And that's why you need to know about, and again, that's going to, I put the ellipse, the 3 dots at the end, just to make it so it flows. And then I could say what voice I want it to use. And there's a couple of voices that are built in. As you use Descript, actually, it's going to start to clone your voice as you give it samples of a voice. And you could say, like, every time that I create a new project, I give it a new sample of my voice, and it starts fine tuning that voice. And there it goes. And keeps on making that voice better and better. Now I'm going to click this and you can see what I mean. It's going to generate this in my voice. So it generates it. I don't think that it sounds as good as some of the AI, the ones that are built in, but you're welcome to use it if you really want it to be your voice. But again, I don't think it sounds nearly as good as some of the ones that they professionally built. Coaster came off. Stuck at the bottom of my water. This does take just a moment to generate the AI voiceover, but we're going to play. I'm not going to keep this, so we're going to do it again. But we can listen to it and see what it sounds like if you did use your voice. Is that one? Cool. Okay, they're all done. Now I can play it. That's not it. Ah, darn it. It's not playing the sound through the. Hold on, let me fix that real quick on my system. I need you to be able to hear it. That's 1 second. I want you to be able to hear the sound. Oh, I realized what the problem is. 1 second. I need to change the way I'm sharing the screen because of the way that StreamYard works. So I'm going to stop this, reshare that. And if you share the tab, then you should be able to hear it now. 100, or maybe not. I'm just going to do both, just make sure. Boom. Sound. Sorry about that. Output. put. It always do that. It's weird. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Sorry about that.
These three.
There we go. Okay, that fixed it. Okay, so I'm going to play that. You're going to hear my voice.
These three AI tools can help you make $100 a day without lifting a finger. First up, AIProfitChecklist.com. It's your free step-by-step guide to start earning passive income with AI. Even if you're just getting started. Next, Replicate.com. This tool creates AI-generated images for videos of you that run.
But you get the point on that one. I think that I think that when you use my voice, apparently I sound really dry. So I'm just going to go and pick another one. You can come down here where it says browse stock AI speakers. And you can just go through all the ones that you feel that you want to use.
Life is like a camera.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important. Capture the
Life is like a camera.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important.
Just focus on what's important. Capture the good.
Life is like a camera.
And you got both male and female voices of different ages.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important.
Younger, older. I tend to
Important. Capture the good times.
I liked Bradley last.
Develop from the negatives, and if things don't work
Masculine,
out,
professional, and adult. So I'm just going to go with Bradley. You could pick the different ones, experiment with the different ones that work. But now, because of that, it's going to generate the voiceover again, and then I can listen to it. Dun, dun. .com. There is one thing that I did realize. Again, you got to figure out what's going to work. So like this. I'm going to plug this tab right.
Replicate.com.
Oh, I said it right. Last time I had to change the C to a K to make it sound correctly. Play around with it if you want it to be perfect. But hey, if there's mistakes, one thing, say they mispronounce a word. I wouldn't necessarily want it to be the URL in all honesty. But if they ever mispronounce a word, it gets somebody's attention and gets them to pay attention to the video. And I don't know if I'm the only one that this ever happens to, but have you ever had like one of those really, really sharp people that goes like, oh, well, it's obviously it's AI. You generate it, and they're in the comments and they're just being like, kind of like the really smart person. And you're like, oh, cool. Great. Thanks for leaving a comment and triggering the algorithm so more people are going to see my content. So sometimes leaving a mistake in there gets the people to comment on it because they have to go out of their way to tell you that you messed up on something, and then they're just triggering it so you get more leads. And who won in that situation? I'm pretty sure it wasn't the person that just bailed. It's the person that got the lead, which is in that case me, or it could be you in whatever your niche is. So I guess never let the people that say negative stuff actually get to you, because they're only saying that because they don't have anything else better to say. They took the time to talk trash, and it actually helped you. Okay, so now let's listen through this whole thing and just see how it sounds.
These three AI tools can help you make $100 a day without lifting a finger. First up, AIProfitChecklist.com. It's your free step-by-step guide to AI avatars to create videos.
What I do? It started playing too. What?
First up, AIProfitChecklist.com. It's your free step-by-step guide. First up, AIProfitChecklist.com. It's your free step-by-step guide to start earning passive income with AI, even if you're just getting started. Replicate.com.
So if you notice there's like glitches, it's because it generated it. It's not actually an audio file yet. That's the next step. Just it's kind of started.
Replicate.com.
Make sure that this says like maybe make sure that hit right. Let me just adjust this. Regenerate that one because it didn't sound right. So I can say regenerate speech if it didn't sound correctly, and it's going to regenerate that one. Might take a second, and then
getting started. Replicate.com. This tool creates AI-generated images for videos of you that
We'll call it next up.
This
Again, I'm being like insanely picky right now, just what I'm showing you. But you could, like, when I'm doing these on my own that I found, it takes me about 20 minutes to make one, which again, if you're just trying to generate and get leads, maybe something like Pictory, or maybe you have some other way to do it faster that can get you videos faster to get you those leads, which is awesome. But if you're doing it manually, this is a great way to do it. And
getting started. Next up, replicate.com.
So now it's going through this.
This tool creates AI generated. This tool creates AI generated images for videos of you that run 24/7, growing your brand while you sleep. And third, EasyAiClone.com.
See, that didn't sound right.
EasyAiClone.com. EasyAiClone.
So what I would do, things like this: give it a space, and have it regenerate that. And you just need. I'm being a little picky person. You don't have to do that. Again, yeah. Let's see.
While you sleep. And third, EasyAiClone.com. Build a.
Sounded worse on that one. Let's put the periods, maybe. Have it regenerate this real quick. If it doesn't do it automatically, right click and hit regenerate, and it will regenerate the audio. Sometimes just regenerating it will fix whatever the glitch was without even changing anything. But now.
And third, EasyAiClone.com. Build AI avatars that create videos on autopilot, scaling your content and income effortlessly. With tools like these, stacking $100 a day is easier than ever. And that's why you need to know about.
And then it would loop back. So now, know about these 3 AI tools. Tools. I'm going to add one word to this just to make it flow better. Again, this is just my OCD taking over. You don't have to do this stuff. But I just added that one word because I like good English.
And that's why you need to know about how.
And that the inflection was a little off, so I could just, maybe I'll remove that stuff and just do that and see if that sounds more like, I want it to flow from the end back to the beginning. So let's listen again.
And that's why you need to know about how.
Then at the beginning.
These 3 AI.
Great. I'm happy with that. So now I'm just going to highlight this all and right click again. But instead of saying regenerate speech, I'm going to say convert to audio. And it's actually going to start taking that and actually create an actual audio file from what was generated. I think it did it pretty quick already. So, all right. So now we have an audio file. We had ChatGPT generate us a script. We had Descript generate our voiceover. You can use your own voice. But now I can click this little thing. It's going to get kind of small because I have a small screen on right now. But now I see I have this actual audio file. Now, all what I need to do is go through this one slash at a time. And if you come here on Descript, you can come over here where it says stock, and you have stock video. That's right here. You also have stock GIFs, GIFs. I don't know. You tell. I think it's supposed to be GIF, but I say GIFs. If I'm wrong, whatever. And then there's also stock images, and then you also have stickers. And then you have backgrounds if you need them, but I don't think we're doing that right now. And then if there's ever anything that you really can't find, you can come over here to Underlord and you can scroll down. And I'm just showing you could do stuff, bring in outside footage if you do want to. But in Underlord, you come down here where it says generate image, and you'd be able to generate an image directly within Descript. You could throw it in here and add motion. It's not as good as video, obviously, but hey, you know what? It's there. And if you need something real quick, you could just grab it from that instead of having to like do it all from scratch. As you start to build these projects, like I was saying, there's other ones that are here, like these other ones that I had done before. And it starts to keep all of this stock footage, and you could start reusing this footage. But see how this still says untitled? If I want a good title for it, I could still come over to Underlord and I could scroll down here and I could say draft a title. I have some stuff that so that's what I do. I grab the whole entire script. There we go. And I just paste that in here. Boom. Hit submit. And it's going to give me a whole bunch of title ideas. Transform your earnings with these AI tools. I like that one. Now I take that, copy it. I can close Underlord there, come back to the top, paste in my title, and now I have a juicy title for my short. And now I'm just going to, again, hit project, and I'm going to be able to grab some of this, but let's grab a first, maybe I like typing in what viral video. It's the wrong kind of there. And seeing what it gives me. And actually what where you can kind of see the real, you go to GIF and some of these ones, it's all the same person. Like this is the one I used. People will see that and they'll actually click on it because they're like, what the hell's going on? Like these things will catch people's eyes, and you could use these GIFs in your videos. Like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this GIF. I'm just going to use this one because, why not? It's getting people's attention. There's a lot of this guy dancing. And you can use these. You don't have to use the GIFs, but hey, you know what? Why not? Why not do it today? So now what I do is I
can help you make 100.
Beginning of the video, it's going to show you boom, this clip. But now I'm going to also come back to the end. And if I want to just use that same clip again, I could either just copy it. It might be the easiest way. Otherwise, it shows up here in this sidebar. But if you can't find it as easily and you just want to do that for that one, just copy it, click right here. And anywhere that you click right here, if I hit paste, now it's pasted that clip again here. And at the end, when the video ends, it will loop right back into this. With a GIF, it kind of loops, so it's okay. But if you were using footage, you might need to find the end point so it lines up to where the edit in the video was. So it's up to you, but the GIFs are pretty, they're kind of random, glitchy looking anyways. So now for all this stuff, let's go through all these. First up, AIProfitChecklist.com. First, I'm just going to quickly fix this. You can highlight it, the whole thing, and fix it without it actually fixing the voiceover. I just remove that. I like leaving them in capitals. I'm just removing the space, moving dot, moving the space, dot, space, dot. There you go. Hit that. And by the way, you highlight and hit C if you want to make those modifications in the transcript. So now I could just say, look through some of my footage that I already have. First off, AIProfitChecklist.com. So I could go through all of these things that are already in my collection that would work for this video. Like maybe it's this one right here, mentioning AI. So maybe it's this video. They are in the other aspect ratio, but I'm going to zoom out or stretch the video. Unless you have a vertical video, but usually, so this is just the way. So now, one little note, if you do When you add the closed caption, one thing that I do is after the URL, I want the URL to be slightly different size and by itself on the screen. So I hit enter. I add one more additional slash. Go. Got that. So now when the transcript comes, this will be a separate page, but because I added that file in first, that video clip can I didn't have to make any additional steps or drag the video file to make it longer. So now go to the next one. It's your step-by-step guide. Now I know I have some stuff in here, but let's just go to stock footage. Step by step, or whatever you want to search for. It's be creative and And don't overthink this. It's just like step by step, step by step. Look at it. With some of these first ones, I think that this one's fine. Look at that. I'm gonna drop that in there. Boom, boom. Stretch again. Stretch again. Align it so this dude's here. Say,
AIProfitChecklist.com. It's your free step-by-step guide.
It's not aligned at the bottom. There we go.
It's your free step-by-step guide to start earning passive income with AI. Even if you're...
And what I always do is right here. So I don't want it to, I like it being a little tighter in my edit. So now that this is audio, I'm going to shorten this a little bit here and there. Now I could just search for keywords that you're using in your video. Just even if you're just getting started, guys, open it up as a laptop. Perfect. Did not do it. Oh, no, it did. I'll drag it again. So one thing is if you ever see, this is a video clip, and if you highlight, it's 13 seconds long. I'm not using 13 seconds of it. It will automatically do it at the beginning of the clip.
Even if you're just getting started. Next up.
It's kind of hard to see it in the small one while I'm doing that, but I want to make sure that I want a little bit less at the beginning because he's opening up the
just getting started.
I want it to start with him doing that. So I just moved. I don't know if you could see it. It's really small, I know. But now I found the exact part that I want. Make sure it's cut down. Usually I have more screen space. It's just the way that I'm doing this with the small screen while streaming. Let's see. Now we could just do there.
Even if you're just getting started.
And a little bit more centered for him.
Even if you're just getting started. Next up, replicate.com.
So I'll even just search for the word replicate. Or again, remember, we have other stock footage that we could use. Nah, I don't like that. So what I'll use, I'll say clone. And I've used this one a couple times. It really works really well. A couple of the other ones, just find the one that works best for you. I should use this one and this one before. Some DNA ones. Maybe I'll say robot clone. See, I think I used this one. And now I'm just going to use this one. Drop that there. All right. And if you do have questions about this, you could always drop them in the comments or jump into my school. Remember, school.com/wealth on autopilot. I'm going to use that hand. I'm just going to use the hand here. Let's see if it's the right part.
Next up, replicate.com.
See, I want it to be a little bit more into the video, so I'm just going to skim forward there, readjust it. It's kind of like learning a different way to edit if you've ever edited before, but once you get used to it, it's definitely superior. And by the way, if you are like somebody that uses Final Cut, Premiere, DaVinci or any of those ones, once you're done with it, you could always just export it and do whatever the stuff you usually do on the arms.
Next up, replicate.com.
There you go. All right. I think that worked out. Okay. So we're already halfway through it. And then again, I'm just going to take this because it's the link / but I always add that video link first, or the video file first.
This tool creates AI generated images.
And for this one, let's just go back to clone. So I'm going to use the robe ones for the other stuff, but we could use, like, I already had this one here, but I'm going to take this clip again. And don't worry if you're using the same clips multiple times. It's stock footage. Other people are using it too. So I'll stretch this, get people some attention with some legs. Like AI generated legs. We're all equal in that. Okay. There we go. And I guess got to correct the way that this is spelled with the .com real quick.
Next up, replicate.com. This tool creates AI generated images for videos of you that run 24/7. Your brand while you sleep. And third, easyaiclone.com.
There we go. So this one again. Let's fix this real quick. And this one, remember, is for HeyGen, which you can make like AI avatars. It's really cool. But let's do this again. Clone robot. A couple in here. And I'm just going to throw this one here. I'm going to say AI app. Actually, I'm going to skip ahead for 1 second because I want to use this. You know what? I'm going to skip that for now. So AI avatar. See what it gives us for that. Yeah, a lot of these would actually be really good. This like shows the person's avatar on the screen. I guess I skipped this one, didn't I? I'm just going to take this one with the robot face. There we go. And I just want to remind you, this would not usually take me this long. I'm just trying to make sure that you see all the steps. And if you want to do it as like automatic, there's other tools that will do it automatic, but this is the best one that way I see to make them fast and quick and all in one platform if you are editing them yourself. Remember, okay, I'm going to hit enter or return, add the extra slash, and then this one. And there we go. Now we got one left. So it's like, which of these tools stacking? And now call it, how about AI money, since I'm talking about money. Boop, 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 boop. How about this one right here? Let's drop that there. Do it. Actually, I like this one better. Let's do this one. There we go. There we go. Should add it in. Cool. Stretch it again. Now we have all our footage. We created our script with ChatGPT. Super easy. And then we took that script, put it into Descript. Again, easyaedits.com. If you want to give it a try, I put it into Descript, and then Descript was able to take that, generate the voiceover. Then I used all things built into Descript, all of the stock footage that is included with your subscription. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that all of these little things are tightened up a little bit. Make sure that I look at this, make sure that there's not a bunch of, I could even just do it without even listening to it real quick. Okay, I can just look at the timeline. It's looking good. Like things that I think, okay, I want it to be a little shorter there. There. Okay. Our final runtime for this entire short, assuming we don't cut anything at the last minute. Oh, look, so there's a spot right there that I'll cut a little bit. Will be 36.6 seconds. It's not long. Gets the job done. Now, there's two more things that we're going to add to this. Just two more things. And those things are going to be just some background music and our closed captioning. Closed captioning, super easy. All we do is we click this button that says our poison, basically. I've liked karaoke style a lot because it's easy to read. The one that I really like is karaoke one word, or there's also karaoke skewed. I really do like karaoke skewed a lot. So let's do karaoke skewed this time. So I'm just gonna make sure that I highlight everything just so I know that it's going to go on everything and hit there. It's going to add our closed captions to everything. Now we could pick what color we want our text to be. See, it says it's blue. We can just leave it at blue, or we can click here. And this is the highlighted portion of the text. I need to take another sip of water. But I'm just gonna leave it blue. You can change the color if you want, whatever pops best. And now you got to figure out what looks best for your particular thing. Let me just actually hide this so you can see a little bit better. So you're going to need to, so here's our closed caption here. I typically move it a little higher. That's way too small. So I'll take it and let's just add a 1 to the beginning just to see. That looks a lot better to me already. One thing to note is you always want to kind of watch your sides, not make this overly too big. Now, and did I have everything? No, I didn't have everything selected. Sorry. If you're worried about that, just highlight everything again. Click it. Now it says, click everything. Sorry. So everything changes. There you go. Now everything should be on all the other ones. Ta-da. It didn't do it. Highlight. $150. Oh, I remember what it was. I had the issue with this before. You had to select it on the timeline in order to select everything. So come here. Again, you won't have this small thing, but make sure that the whole thing is selected like that. Like that, where the whole thing's selected. And now it says mixed because I was trying to do it. Now, if I put 150 or whatever size you choose, now all of them should be that way. And now I could shrink that again. We could actually see what we're doing. And I'm going to put that up a hair. Now I can click it off and we could watch through this video real quick. But what I know that I'm going to change is these ones right here. Like, this is a long URL. I do probably need to make this like, let's try 125. Still too big. Let's try 100. I think 95 is what I was liking it before. It is kind of small. The reason why I like the skewed one is because it does fit a little bit better. But this particular URL is a little bit small for this. But hey, you know what? It gets the job done. It gets the job done. You're saying it verbally, so there's always different ways that people are going to see it. People will go to that URL. You could also adjust where they are individually at this point. So now I move that one. If I click on these, See, it didn't affect this one. And I come to like replicate. That is a little bit bigger than it needs to be. So maybe this one could be like 125 since it's a shorter URL. And then easy AI clones, which is for HeyGen. It's a longer URL. So I maybe 100, maybe 110 would, yeah, that's 100's fine. So now I can go and watch through it. But for the most part, it's done, except for one last thing. You could either come to stock and you can come, instead of on visuals, you click on audio and you could click your audio or pick your audio, whatever you want it to be. You could even add sound effects into this if you want to, but we're going to click on that and you'd be able to just hit this little plus and it would add it into the video. But what I'm going to do instead, just because I've already made videos and I found the video, the song or the sound that I like, if you want to keep on reusing the same audio and you don't want to keep on adjusting all you got it dialed in, you don't want to always mess everything up, just go back to your last video because you have it all in this one profile like this, right? And then this is the audio that I used. I could just click this. Look at this crazy. Hit copy, Command C for me, or Windows C, whatever. I have a Mac, so if you're a Windows person, just translate. So now I can just paste right there and look at that. Now I got my audio, I got my closed caption, and it's pretty much ready to go. Now let me just, and remember I mentioned that everything's in the cloud. So if I hit publish, even though everything's been downloaded to, my project, which my project's in a browser, so it's not even on my computer anyways. So, you could use, I just find that's easier. So now I can hit publish and now it's rendering it. And I could either just share this page or I could just download it to my computer or I could just share a link. So I'd be able to grab a link and share it. But now let me just shrink this down and you could proof it, make sure it's good. And if there's any little tweaks you need to make, go ahead and do that. But it's done.
These 3 AI tools can help.
Let me see if it's gonna. Might be a little laggy because of my computer.
These 3 AI tools can help you make $100 a day without lifting a finger. First up, AIProfitChecklist.com. It's your free step-by-step guide to start earning passive income with AI, even if you're just getting started. Next up, Replicate.com. This tool creates Replicate.com. This tool creates AI-generated images for videos of you that run 24/7, growing your
It's not. It's
while you sleep.
There you go.
Third,
It's on my
24/7, growing your brand while you sleep. And third, EasyAIClone.com. Build AI avatars that create videos on autopilot, scaling your content and income effortlessly. With tools like these, stacking $100 a day is easier than ever. And that's why you need to know about how.
There's only one thing that I need to tweak, and I'm sure you noticed it if you were listening. Is that the music? Actually, music.
Day is easier than ever, and that's why you need to know about how.
But yeah, so at that point, it's actually done. It didn't need to be tweaked. I'm happy with it. Now I can go and schedule it on multiple platforms. I could schedule it on a bunch of Facebook pages. I could schedule it on YouTube. I could schedule it on, again, TikTok at your own risk. I could schedule it on Instagram. I could schedule it on whatever other platform I want to schedule it on. If you want to put in the extra work, you could always change the aspect ratio and say you made it square. It would be it could be a video that you post on like a square platform where the videos are square. You could also even take it and turn it into a landscape video and not have all those crops. And here's something else that I'm probably going to end up doing. This is super easy, just to take this video and just spin it into a long form video with like a top 7 and make it 10 minutes long or whatever, or 20 minutes long. And you get the idea if you wanted to. But that's a completely different video. But now you have this video, you created it, and now you keep on spinning it. So anytime that you grab another thing you want to promote, if you go like, oh, I can't think of these things, go to ChatGPT and say, give me a list of 3 tools, or hey, I'm going to make a video about AI tools. Give me a list of AI tools and just grab those links. If you don't want to do the redirecting affiliates, and don't want to think about it, all all that you need is that one thing. So like, here, I have to change the tab again. There we go. Sorry. Let's see it there again, but now you can't hear it. Sorry. But what I was going to say, losing my voice, is you're going to be able to take this, keep on spinning it in ChatGPT, get them to give you the link, the ideas for videos, and just keep on generating more and more and more and more videos, like ideas. Just say, hey, I want to have another script. All what I need is I still need it to have, the first thing is my landing page. For me, it's AIProfitChecklist.com. Again, that will send them to this. They'll opt in to my email list that captures their information, which they opted in. They could technically subscribe and then go right to the bottom and hit unsubscribe. So if you want, you can go do that. But that's how you are able to capture people's information. And then in that first email for me, I will give you my my checklist, which, it starts off saying like, hey, you're going to need to capture emails. You want to use high level. That's one of the tools that I use. You want to be able to find trending videos to actually continuously grow on YouTube, whether shorts or long form. You're going to want to use Spotter Studio, which by the way, I just want to remind you, if you haven't done it yet, go and grab a free trial for Spotter, because I just want to remind you, they are giving away $25,000 this month just for the people that have a free trial. And every time that you create a project within Spotter, it's another entry into this giveaway. So I'm not telling you to go buy anything, but I'm saying, why would you not go get this free trial? Even if you cancel it before it's done, 60-day free trial, go and get, why would you not do this? They're giving away $25K. And if you want to have a chance to do it, go and do it, because I'm making a whole bunch of them. I'm going to get a whole bunch of these entries, but you could beat me. I know you can. Yeah, Spotter Studio, just go and do it. There's a link in my description on YouTube, as well as I have it in my school, and also on the checklist. Go to AIProfitChecklist.com, goes to there, and then I share every step that I kind of described. So now Descript is the tool that we were using. That's the link. And HeyGen is the one of the other ones that we were talking about. Easy AI Clone. And we were talking about Replicate. And that's how I've been cloning my face onto images, like text images. And then I could post them onto multiple platforms, like Facebook pages and all those things. So awesome. So it's really that easy to really generate these videos. So you can post them onto all sorts of places and get both email leads, as well as like that secondary thing. You're going to be able to also get people that will click through your other affiliate links, and then you could start creating passive income. And the thing that, in case I haven't made it clear, it is affiliate recurring income that is the key to getting this passive income. So yeah, you're going to be able to get some like stuff that social media gives you. You're like, oh yeah, I'm like, hey, I have ads running on this live right now. I have ads running on shorts. I have ads running on videos that come, because that's how YouTube makes money. But now I can make a video and I don't have to say, it has to be made monetized. I'm not monetized on Facebook, but I can make these videos and I can post them on Facebook and it still make me money. So I'm still going to be able to bring in income no matter where I'm posting the videos, because all people have to do is see them. But then I also do make a secondary income from ads, but you don't need that. You could have a brand new YouTube channel. You go and start it today, and you start creating content today. And if you focus on actually doing affiliate income and using as many automation tools, like AI automation tools, in order to make it easier for yourself and everything, then you're going to be able to actually monetize and create passive income and not burn yourself out. Like, I've been there myself, where I get burned out and I'm like, I could go 100 miles an hour for only so long. But if you take these things and you are able to capture this information and build your email list and build recurring affiliates, then if I say, hey, you know what? I can't work this week, I'm not going to go broke. I'm still having income coming in, whether I work or not. And because things like ads, yeah, maybe I might make a little bit more from that income stream, but I have all these other income streams coming in at the same time. And yeah, I can't stress it enough. So if you do want to learn more about this stuff, if you want to learn how I'm making passive income on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, using my school, all over the place, then just come and join my community. Again, it's school.com/wealth on autopilot. Let me bring it up on the screen just so you know. Like, I'm happy to share. I don't charge for anything unless I do one-on-one stuff. So because of the way that I monetize, and you could do the same thing and apply it to your niche. Awesome. All right. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I plan to go live as much as possible. Probably going to go live again tomorrow, but there will be a repurposed version of this video. And if you prefer to watch those and a little cut down, then that will be available. And yeah, awesome. Thanks again for hanging out with me. If you do have any comments, let me know in the school or in the comments of this video or the re-upload, and I will see you tomorrow or in the next video. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.